Welcome to episode 60 of the A Free Spirit Life podcast. Wow, it feels so good to be back on the podcast today. I'm Shannon Kinney-Duh, holistic life coach and artist, and I have been taking a break from this beautiful space for many reasons. I took a wintering and I feel like I'm emerging now that spring is on its way. During my winter time, I have been painting, and it's fun to paint flowers in the deep of winter. I also started back on my other podcast, the Mindful Mama Movement podcast, and you can check that out in iTunes as well. I am stopping by today because I feel called to talk about living in rhythm with your natural flow, living in rhythm with your authentic nature, and how energy is so important and invaluable to the way that we experience and explore our lives. As a holistic life coach, when I'm working with my current clients, I'm noticing what tends to happen is there are transitions that we go through in life. Some of them are small, some of them are really big and life-altering. And we as humans don't particularly care for change. Some of us do, but for most of us, we get very comfortable in life, even when it may not be the best thing for us. And that uncomfortability, that's not a word, I know, but I'm making things up as I go. The uncomfortable ability, say it 3 times fast, try it. When we are uncomfortable, yikes, we can constrict. It can bring up a lot of fear, a lot of self-doubt, a lot of questioning. And one thing that I'm really good at as a life coach is lighting that fire, if you will. You already have the fire. I just kind of put a spark to it to help you move through that transition, to move through the uncomfortable space. Because when we're moving through that space, man, it can be a lonely place to be. Because it takes a lot of courage to choose change. I want to say that again. It takes a lot of courage to choose change. Now, when we're going through those changes, we can so easily lean back and stay comfortable. But eventually, what's comfortable cannot serve us anymore. And we know it. We know in our heart of hearts, in our gut of gut, that it is time. It is time to let go, to surrender, to move on, and to step forward into the unknown. So, one of the ways that we can do that is to have our tools handy, to know what to lean into, to help us navigate those changes. Because we're going through something that's beyond us. We don't know where it's going to take us. And so I want to share a little bit today about what I've noticed my clients are going through and what I've noticed has been very helpful. One of the things that I see is we get to this place where we are questioning what we've been taught. We are questioning our societal norms. We are questioning how we were raised. And we're fighting what we really truly know. And knowing more about yourself, that is really the practice of self-awareness, of awakening, and of self-discovery practices. When we go inward, which is really what I do when I winter. You know, it's not just a season, it's a time in my life. Sometimes it's more active in the winter. Sometimes it's, my daily ritual of meditation or journaling or art or just walking in nature. But there are moments in our life where we need pause, where we need space to go within. Because the messages that we receive outside of our world I just want to say are kind of crazy. And we have to question them. Not everything's crazy, but a lot of it is. And a lot of it is very, what's the word I want to say? It's out of alignment with our true self, with our true nature, with who we are meant to be in this lifetime. It is out of alignment. Things like learning how to get good grades in school, as an example. We are taught from such an early age to look to the teacher, to look to the content, to look to the way that we need to compare ourselves to others. And if I believe that I am an A student because I'm really good at taking tests or memorizing, or I have a really good teacher, then awesome. I believe I'm an A student and I'll probably excel in my academic world, right? If I believe I'm a C or a D or an F student, I'm going to have a different trajectory. And just because you can't take tests well, or maybe you landed, with some awful teachers, or maybe you just don't hold content very well for testing. Maybe you can't sit in a desk and you have to move and you have a lot of energy to burn. But that belief system that you are this because society told you that is devastating. It is devastating to your natural gifts, to who you are in this world, and how you are going to explore and express that. So as a holistic life coach, what I see is I'm working with women, busy mothers, women leaders, ambitious entrepreneurs, creative types, people who have big dreams and big goals, givers, nurturers, people who want more out of life, yet they're living in a culture that's putting them in a box. And we have to spend a lot of time rediscovering who we are, who we were before we believed we were an A or an F student, right? Who we were before we believed this is how a good girl or a people pleaser acts. Who we were before we were told we were sinners and we don't belong and we don't matter. You are not a broken being, yet all of us have these old thought patterns, these old habitual ways of being, the places where we even find comfortable that keep us small, that keep us stuck, that keep us in a place of self-doubt, of fear, of questioning, what is life for anyways? What is this life thing if it's not filled with joy and gratitude and love and creativity and peace? What's the point? So I created a free spirit life many years ago, and it's continued to evolve over the years. To me, a free spirit is someone who questions the way things have always been. A free spirit is someone who follows curiosity and wonder. A free spirit is someone who's remembering that life is magic and reconnecting to their own inner magic. A free spirit is someone who feels free to be themselves, who feels safe to be who they truly are, and who finds the courage to make those changes one beautiful step at a time. You, beautiful soul listening right now, are a free spirit. There is an inner longing deep inside of you that knows there's a better way, that knows there's a different way, that knows that you're here for a reason and you're ready to walk through this transition that you're going through with courage, with curiosity, with clarity, with confidence, right? So when I am going through change and transition, there are things that I lean on. One, journaling. It's just a way for me to process what's going on in my mind and my feelings. And it makes more sense to me when I write or spill on paper. Two, getting the support that I need. So I have my team of healers and people that I know see the real me. And three, nature. I lean in when I feel confused, when I feel lost, when I feel like I don't have a sense of belonging or I don't understand why the world is this way or that. Nature makes sense to me and I can recalibrate when I step into it, even if it's in my meditation, even if I can't get to the woods, even if it's painting a flower. Even if I'm not, running wild in a field of wildflowers, which would be my ideal situation, I can paint a flower and still feel that same connection to nature. It's a recalibration. The thing that I see with my clients is what's been some of the most powerful tools for them are having someone hold space while they go through this transition and change. It is my greatest gift as a life coach and spiritual guide to hold space for other free spirits who are questioning, is this the life that I want to live? What does my heart want? Who am I in this world? And what are my authentic gifts? Getting to hold space and see them for who they truly are is the gift of life coaching. When you find someone to add to your healing team that gets you, that sees you with unconditional love, life changing. I have found those people. I believe I am that for so many. And then human design. If you have listened to my show, you know how much I love human design. It's something that makes sense to me in terms of returning to your authentic nature. And I'm going to share a little bit more about why I think human design and integrating that into life coaching is sometimes the missing link for people who really want to make change. And I'm not talking, years of change. I'm talking quick. And I'm not saying like overnight change either. But there is this powerful integration with human design and coaching that makes the changes you're seeking happen quicker. It's a spark, the spark that you may be missing in your own life. Because I know from my own experience, I spent about 20 years of my life in self-doubt. I would feel some confidence and then I would doubt myself, and I would feel some more confidence and then I would doubt myself again. And it was a really habitual pattern of mine for many, many years. And when I found human design and I learned that my gate 63, which is a consistent energy in my makeup, the imprint when I was born and took my first breath, I have this energy blueprint that makes me me. And the consistent energy in my personality and in who I am is to question things and to doubt how the world operates so that I can carve a different path, so that I can bring something new to the world. But I used that gift inside towards myself. So rather than doubting, although I have always doubted outside of myself as well, I really got stuck doubting me, doubting myself. And when I learned that, just seeing that in my human design, it was an instant change. I'm like, I can never use that gift of questioning how the world operates on myself anymore. And self-doubt almost disintegrated. So I want to read this to you. Someone that I adore, who I did a human design reading for, posted this in her social media, and I want to read this to you. She says, I ponder often how to channel my creativity as a parent. It feels like there's never enough time for it all. Shifting that narrative, I do not have to sacrifice my needs as an artist, nor the quality of my connection with my child. Since giving birth, actually, since conceiving, I suppose, I have felt an explosion of creative energy. My channel to the muse was blasted open, and I feel like I can't keep up with all the ideas coming in. Grateful for the guidance from Shannon at A Free Spirit Life, that I get to just enjoy the ideas, this tapping into the vast field of creative consciousness, and then follow my splenic hits when something feels right. Oh, that one's for me to do. This is according to human design, so not everyone would operate this way. We all have our own unique ways of being with the creative force. Grateful for consistently returning to morning pages this last month, and eternally to my husband for supporting my ability to do this. What a magical space to let the creative ideas land and germinate. I love this, and thank you so much for sharing your experience. This is amazing. And what I hear in her reading is that, one, she's writing consistently. Morning pages is a suggestion from Julia Cameron's book, The Artist's Way, one of my favorites. And it's really writing, spilling on paper each day, because when we do that, we get in the habit of tuning in, checking in, and that alone is a powerful practice. Then she talks about having support from her team. She feels supported by her husband, that she can explore and express her most authentic self while she's figuring life out. She's also talking about being connected to the creative life force. And that, to me, when she's explaining human design and how it's helped her, that is what I'm talking about. Human design and knowing your natural blueprint, your astrological chart. Who are you? What is your life's theme? How do you uniquely tap into your intuition? How do you uniquely commune with other people? How do you learn? What is your learning style in this lifetime? Who do you connect with and who repels you? What energy do you broadcast out into the world? And what energy do you receive? Are you an emotional empath who takes on other people's energy? Are you a physical empath who's really in tune with how people feel? There is so much beautiful, powerful wisdom in self-discovery work, in learning your natural design, and then learning how to decondition from what you've been taught from the systems you grew up in. So anytime I do a reading with somebody or do life coaching and integrate their design, one of the most beautiful things as their coach and mentor is to see them exhale, to see the smile, and usually some tears come to the surface, because what I'm sharing with them, what I'm truly reflecting back to them, is what they've known their entire life. It's an affirmation that the things that they questioned, that they doubted about themselves, that people told them they should hide or stuff away, those are their true gifts. So what you think makes you different, what you try to hide away, those inner longings that your soul is urging you to set free, beautiful, free spirit, that's your true nature calling. That is your most authentic self. And that can be rediscovered and remembered learning about your human design, writing and spilling on paper, finding your support team who sees you, who uplifts you, who reminds you of your inner beauty, your inner wisdom, your inner strength, and who is on your team. It is up to you to listen. It is up to you to follow what resonates. It is up to you to leave what feels comfortable and pack up your backpack of healing and holistic modalities that will support you on your journey, because the other side is where you're being called to. Life is changing. And it is changing fast. And we are tired of the old ways. There is a new way emerging. And this new way of emerging is guided by unconditional love. It is guided by authenticity. It is saying that you are abundant and you can live a rich and wealthy life in all areas of your life when you believe in your true self, when you return to your true nature, when you step in rhythm with your authentic way of being. When you do that, when you connect with that energy that is you, all those blocks that keep you stuck melt away. The pit in your stomach, the responsibility you carry on your shoulders, the not finding your words to share your true self goes away. You connect, like this beautiful woman shared, to your creative life force. You know when an idea, when a path emerges, you know which one to take. You know what your authentic strengths and gifts are so that you can share that with the world. That is my passion for you. That is why I created a free spirit life. That is why I continue to be a holistic life coach and spiritual mentor. That is why I wintered this winter and why I'm making space for my own art, because I am following my splenic hits. I am following my intuition. What's your intuition say? Do you feel it all over your body as like a lighting up sensation when you know something's right? Or do you feel it more in your gut? Do you let self-doubt keep you from moving forward? Do you think that you're an A or an F student? Where did those thoughts come from? Question everything. Stay curious. This is a new day. This is a new moment. This is a new life, a new breath. And I don't know about you, but I feel guided to walk forward with new energy, to share my creativity with others in a bigger and bolder way, to be my most authentic self, because I know that when I am that, I draw in other authentic free spirits, and that's who I want to connect with. Do these words resonate with you? I would love to hear from you. You can email me, Shannon@afreespiritlife.com. Also, on the Mindful Mama Movement podcast, there's an episode we recently did right around the new year of 2023, where we talk about showing up for your life. And one of the topics there was based on a quote that I saw right around the new year. And I just love this statement. It's basically reminding us that whatever day it is today, so as I'm recording this, this is February 16th, 2023. And this is the second chapter of my 12 chapters of this year's story. Every one of us has a story that we're living, that we're truly living in the moment, right? And there are 365 pages in your story. So I think of each month as a new chapter, and this is the 16th page of my second chapter. And why that matters is it reminds me that every page is blank until I write it, until I live it. And some days are kind of boring, you know? Some days are like, oh, this day is just, I kind of want to like just turn this page. I kind of just don't want to live this page. I don't like it, right? But we got to get through it. We got to turn the page to get to the next one. You have choices. It just takes courage. It takes clarity. It takes space to connect to it. So believe in yourself. Dream a new dream. Think a new thought. Breathe a new breath in this moment. And write a new page in your story. I will leave a link to the Mindful Mama Movement podcast. I will leave a link to any books that I mentioned in this episode. I really do want to hear from you though. So you can reach out to me on Instagram, send me a DM at A Free Spirit Life, or email me, or go to my website, afreespiritlife.com. You can let me know, how has coaching or learning human design or journaling or doing your own self-discovery work really helped you in your life? What kind of growth are you looking for next? And if you're ready to energize your life, if you're ready to decondition in a deeper and bolder way and really live your most authentic, free-spirited life, sign up for a coaching session, explore a human design reading, email me and ask which one's the best for you. It's truly been an honor to share this work with those who are ready for it. I'm grateful for you. Thank you for listening. And I'm excited to see you in the next episode. Be well, take good care, and keep being your most authentic self. Thanks for listening. Bye.